Hello, so this is my video demo for PA6. Sort of going here. See that I have a ship at the bottom. It's moving in shooting and doesn't go off the edge of the screen. I'm able to shoot the engines and I can shoot through the column as well, so that's good. And it's just going to collide right at this point. There we go. And it's going to come back. Uh, So you can see I'm pressing the space bar, but I can shoot only one missile until it either hits the alien or hits the top of the screen. And you can just to validate, let me just go all the way here too. Yeah, I'm good. And I'm just going to shoot the grid out real quick. And you can also see that the grid keeps resizing correctly. Now I kill the aliens and no crash. So that's great. So let's get into it. I know that this was supposed to be about the shields, but I've still been playing catch up. So I got it done with the aliens, so I'm sure the shields should not be too bad. Also, so let's get into it. The first thing is the collision system. So last week I just barely got the visitor working. Now we have the collision system, and here it is. So we have our collision pair that has the two trees, and what we're doing here basically is sorry. So what we're doing here is we have a function called collide which checks two trees, and then basically what we do is we just keep checking at the if we find that there's a collision, we invoke the visitor pattern, so we call accept, and then if it doesn't, then you check on that particular level, and that's how we sort of go with it. And all right, and so the next thing that we have are the observers. And so you can see that we have our subject and we have our observer, and they both sort of point to each other. The subject, of course, points to a list of observers, and these are the observers we have so far. So we have one for collision of an alien with a missile, and it has a sound. So we can see that what we're doing here, and I'll get into the states immediately. So it's just we have a notify here, and then it plays a sound, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So you can see that we have observers for the alien missile, we have observers for the grid and wall, missile and wall, and the ship and wall. And the subject, of course, has the notify listeners, which goes ahead and notifies all the observers that are attached to that particular subject. The next thing we have is the state pattern. So what I ended up doing was creating states for the ship and state for the missile, instead of having like 5 different ship missile combos or whatever. I decided to just sort of segregate them, and you can see that the ship state we have ready, where it's moving around in the center. We have a hit right and we have a hit left. For the missile, we have it when it's ready or just about to be fired, and when it's going to be fired. So in the ready state, basically what we do is whenever you invoke a fly on the missile, so I think it's probably better if I go to the missile first. Alright, so here it is. So we have a reference to our current state right here, and we have one function called fly and one called update, and we sort of just kick the can and go to the particular state and call those functions. So, and we have a reset here that just like positions the missile below, just like slightly off screen, so just in position. And this one here is going to get the ship and position it right on top of the ship where it's supposed to be fired from. So if we go back in here, this is our missile state, and so it has these 3 functions here. We have the handle and fly and update. So when the missile is ready and you try to fly, what happens is that we change the state and we change it to the flying state, and in the sorry, one second, in the flying state here, you can see that you don't need to handle it because that's something that the observers are going to handle. But in the fly state, you basically do nothing. So in the update, of course, you let it, you give it a vertical speed. And it's a similar sort of story for the ship states as well. You can see that we have a ship state over here that has move left, move right, and shoot. And that's what the ship does as well. So we just propagate the moves right there. So we have the same sort of situation here. We just left, right, and shoot. Whenever a missile is in the ready state. When it hits the left, we don't move left anymore. So you can see that here. And when it hits right, we stop moving right. So I think that's pretty much it. And then the last thing, the thing that's sort of making all this happen, is the input manager, which we have over here. So, and we've had, here we go. So we have our input subjects, and basically here is where we record all our key presses. So we have an observer for the left, right, and space observer. And basically what we do is each time we record the input, we notify the corresponding subject, and that notifies the corresponding observers. So basically what's happening is here that if I look at the input observer here, so if I have a left arrow observer, so we just move the ship left, we do move the ship right, and we shoot. So that's it. And last but not the least, I also have my sound system going now. So we've abstracted that into a sound manager and sound. So this again is our adapter pattern, points to a sound source, and it's just something that we've been doing, I don't know, like all this while. And the sound manager basically is again a single sound manager, which we have another adapter here. It has a private reference to the iSound engine, and then basically, yeah, that's it. So I think we're sort of approaching that point where hopefully things start getting a lot quicker. I think in terms of patterns, the strategy is probably the only one that I haven't done yet, but that's probably the last system that I need to, that's like the last unknown bit out of all this, and then it's just sort of a way of bringing everything together. But so I think we're getting there, and I think that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.